Do not judge people. Be more tolerant. Do not judge them by their looks. Do not judge them by their words. Words can mean different things to different people from different parts of the world. Or somebody looks a certain way and you already decide that, no, this person can't do this or can't do that.
All right, first things first. We're starting with our raw video clip. You can see it right here on my timeline. Now, you'll find this raw video with the download link in the description below, so you can follow along with the exact same footage I'm using. I'm just dragging and dropping this SRT file directly onto my timeline. Look at this. Premiere Pro is asking me about the timecode settings. Make sure you select sequence source and check source timecode. This is really important because it ensures the captions sync perfectly with your video. But here's something even better. If you need the full project file with all the effects already applied, all the animations set up, everything ready to go, just join our YouTube membership. When you join, you'll get instant access to the complete project file so you can open it up and see exactly how everything is built. Now I'm selecting one of the subtitle or caption words. I'm clicking on it right here on the timeline. Now I'm going to the Essential Graphics panel. First, I'm going to change the font. I'm clicking on the font dropdown and I'm selecting SF Pro Display Bold. This is such a clean, modern font that looks amazing for captions. Now I'm scrolling down in the properties and I'm turning off the shadow. Just unchecking this box right here. We're going to add our own custom shadow later that looks way better. Now I'm center aligning the text. I'm clicking this center alignment button so all our text is perfectly centered on the screen. Then I'm moving the text down a little bit. I'm adjusting the position so it sits nicely in the lower third of the frame. This is where caption text typically looks best. Not too low, not too high, just in that sweet spot. Now I'm increasing the text size to around 100. This makes it nice and bold and easy to read, even on mobile devices. Remember, most people will be watching on their phones, so we want to make sure the text is clearly visible. Perfect. Our text is looking good now. Now, here's a pro tip that's going to save you so much time. I'm clicking this plus icon right here in the graphics panel. I'm choosing Create Style from the dropdown. This style is now applied automatically to all of our text and captions throughout the entire video. This is such a time saver. Now I'm selecting all the text layers. I'm clicking and dragging to select them all, or you can hold Shift and click each one. Now I'm going to the graphics menu at the top, then Title, and I'm clicking on Upgrade Caption to Graphic. Watch this. All of our text is now upgraded from captions to graphic elements. This gives us way more control over styling, animation, and effects. This is a crucial step that a lot of people skip, but it's what allows us to do all the cool animations we're going to add later. Before we start positioning and animating our text, I need to cut out the unnecessary parts of the video. I'm playing through the footage right now, and I'm looking for any moments where there's silence or where nothing interesting is happening. This is super important because we want to keep the viewer's attention. Nobody wants to sit through awkward silences. Now our video is tight, clean, and ready for the text positioning and animation. Now, first we're going to adjust all the text positioning. Then we'll add the cool animations and effects that make this edit look professional and visually appealing. So make sure you watch this tutorial all the way to the end, because you need to see how everything comes together from start to finish. All right, now we're getting into the creative part. Positioning and highlighting our text. The key to this style is creating visual hierarchy. We want certain words, the important words, the emphasized words, to be bigger and more prominent. The supporting words should be smaller and more subtle. Let me show you what I mean. Right here, I have this phrase, "Do not judge people." I'm selecting the words that I need to highlight. In this case, judge. These are the words I want the viewer to focus on. Now I'm going to the properties, and I'm increasing the size of just these highlighted words. I'm making them significantly bigger, maybe 200 or 250 in size. Now I'm selecting the other text layers, the non-highlighted words. I'm adjusting their position to sit above and below our highlighted words. Something like this. You can see what I'm doing on screen right now. I'm noticing that the non-highlighted words are still a bit too big, so I'm selecting those words again, and I'm reducing their size to about 70%. I'm selecting this first word that I've positioned and styled exactly how I want it. When I'm satisfied with its position and size, and I need the second word to be in the same position relative to the highlighted word, I'm going to copy the text settings. Now I'm selecting the second word and pasting those settings. Now both words are perfectly aligned and positioned identically. Now I'm selecting this other text layer, and and I'm also decreasing its size to about 70%. I'm placing this word below our highlighted word, something like this. You can see how I'm creating this balanced composition with the highlighted word in the center and the supporting text above and below. Before we move ahead to the next section, I want to make sure all our non-highlighted text is the same size throughout the entire video. This creates consistency and makes the edit look polished. I'm selecting all our text layers. I'm clicking and dragging across the timeline to select them all at once. Now I'm going to the properties and I'm changing the size to 70% across the board. Now all our non-highlighted text is the same size throughout the video. Perfect. Now I'm moving ahead to the next section. I'm selecting the text for our next highlighted word. Same as before, I'm increasing this text size to make it stand out as our featured word. Make sure you watch this full tutorial all the way to the end, because right now we're only adjusting the text positioning and hierarchy. After this, we're going to add all the cool text animations and effects that make this edit look professional and visually stunning. Also, a quick reminder, you'll find this video with the download link in the description, so you can practice with the same footage. But if you need this exact Premiere Pro project file to learn every single animation and technique step by step, to really see how everything is built under the hood, just join the membership. You'll get the complete project file in the community post section, and you can open it up and study exactly how I created every effect. Now, back to the edit. For certain sections, I need some movie clips to add visual interest and keep things dynamic. I already have this Joker movie clip that I want to use. I'm just dragging and dropping it onto my timeline, placing it right here where I want it to appear. Now we're doing the same thing with the text positioning. I'm choosing one word to highlight, and I'm increasing its size to make it stand out. The remaining words stay the same size, but I position them around the highlighted word. Let me show you what I mean. You can see it right here on screen. I'm going to speed up this part of the tutorial because the process is exactly the same as what we just did. But make sure you watch carefully and notice how and where I place the highlighted words and the supporting non-highlighted words. This is the important part you need to understand. You need to know something about typography and design principles. It's all about creating visual balance and hierarchy, making sure the viewer's eye is drawn to the most important words first. Now I need another movie clip for this next part. I'm selecting just the section that I want from this longer clip, and I'm dragging and dropping it to my timeline. By the way, you'll find all these assets, all the movie clips, all the project files, everything. If you join the membership, you'll get all of these resources in one place. Plus, you'll also find all my previous video project files, so you can learn from those too. Watch how I place the text here. I'm speeding up this part of the tutorial, but if you want to watch it slowly and study exactly what I'm doing, just slow down the video playback speed using the YouTube settings. Perfect! Our text placement is now complete throughout the entire video. Now we're moving to the effects and animations. This is the main part of the video that really makes everything pop, so make sure you focus and watch carefully here. First, we're going to add shadows to our text. I'm going to the effects panel, and I'm searching for long shadow. You can see it right here. Long Shadow FX. This effect is only available in Premiere Pro 2025, but if you're using any previous version of Premiere Pro, you can just add a simple drop shadow effect instead. I'm dragging this long shadow effect onto one of our highlighted text layers. Now I'm going to Effect Controls. First, I'm increasing the shadow length. I'm dragging this slider up to make the shadow nice and long. Now here's the secret setting. I'm also increasing the alpha fall off to 100%. This is what makes our shadow fade out smoothly and look aesthetic and professional. Without this, the shadow looks harsh and blocky. You can tweak the other settings according to your preference. Play with the angle, the opacity, the color, customize it to match your style. When you're happy with how the shadow looks, here's what we do. I'm right-clicking on the text layer with the shadow and I'm choosing Copy. Now, we're only going to paste this shadow effect onto our highlighted words, not the small supporting text. The highlighted words deserve the extra emphasis. I'm selecting all the highlighted words throughout the video, clicking each one. Now I'm pressing Ctrl+V on Windows, or Command+V if you're using a Mac. Just like that, I've pasted the shadow effect throughout the entire video to all our highlighted words. Look how good this looks now. The text has so much more depth and dimension. Now for the most important part. The text animation. This is what makes your captions go from static and boring to dynamic and viral worthy. I'm going to the effects panel and I'm searching for transform. I'm adding this transform effect to one of our text layers. Now I'm searching for Gaussian blur in the effects panel as well. I'm adding this to the same text layer. These two effects combined are going to create that buttery, smooth, fade-in animation that looks so professional. Now I'm going to effect controls. First, in the Gaussian blur effect, I'm turning on the blur value keyframe. Now in the transform effect, I'm turning on the position keyframe. Just like that, I've pasted, and I'm also turning on the opacity keyframe. Now carefully watch how I set up these keyframes and what values I use. This is crucial for getting the exact same animation. At the starting point, the very first keyframe, I'm setting blur value high around 50 to 100 position, slightly below where the text will end up, moving it down on the y-axis. Opacity 0%, completely invisible. Now I'm moving forward in my timeline, maybe 15 to 20 frames ahead. At this ending point, I'm setting blur value 0 position, exactly where we want the text to be, the center position. Opacity 100%. I'm selecting all the keyframes, clicking and dragging to select them all. I'm right-clicking and choosing ease in and ease out. But we're not done yet. Make sure you adjust the keyframe graph. I'm clicking on the graph editor right here, and I'm creating this smooth curve. You can see what I'm doing on screen. I'm making the curve nice and smooth so the animation accelerates and decelerates naturally. This is what separates amateur animations from professional ones. That smooth easing makes all the difference. Once you're happy with your text animation on this one word, we're going to copy it. I'm selecting the text layer, and I'm copying both the blur effect and the transform effect. Now I'm pasting this animation to all the other text layers throughout the video. Make sure you adjust the animation timing according to each text. Some words appear quickly, some appear slower, so you need to adjust the duration and timing so each word is visible fully and clearly. Right now, our text animation is fading in from bottom to top, but for some text, I want it to fade in from left to right instead. To do that, I'm going to effect controls, and I'm changing the starting keyframe position parameter. Instead of moving the Y position up and down, I'm moving the X position left and right. I'm setting the starting position to the left side, so the text slides in from left to right as it fades in. You can see exactly what I'm doing here on screen. Now I'm copying this left to right animation, and I'm pasting it wherever I need text to slide in from the side. And I'm pasting our previous bottom to top animation wherever I need text to slide up from below. Just copy and paste. Some text animates from bottom to top, some text animates from left to right. This variety makes the edit so much more dynamic and engaging. Perfect. Our text animation is now complete throughout the entire video. One last finishing touch. We're going to add a black fade at the bottom of the frame. I'm going to File, then New Item, and I'm choosing Black Video. I'm dragging and dropping this black video layer to my timeline. I'm placing it on a track below all my other footage. Now I'm going to Effect Controls. I'm selecting the rectangle mask tool, but I'm actually going to draw it like this, covering the bottom portion of the frame. I'm adjusting this mask, positioning it at the bottom of the video. You can see it right here on screen. It's covering roughly the bottom third of the frame. Now here's the key. I'm increasing the feather value really high, maybe 200, 300, or even more. The higher the feather, the smoother and more gradual the fade will be. I'm adjusting this mask and positioning it exactly at the bottom where our text appears. Perfect. Now our black fade is ready, and it creates the perfect contrast for our text. The captions are so much more readable now, and there we have it. Here's our complete video, fully edited with all the caption animations, effects, and styling.
Do not judge people. Be more tolerant. Do not judge them by their looks. Do not judge them by their words. Words can mean different things to different people from different parts of the world. Or somebody looks a certain way and you already decide that no, this person can't do this or can't do that.